Imagine arriving in London, stepping out of a bustling station, and there it is, a building so grand it could be a fairy tale castle. Its soaring towers and pointed arches, deep red brick and intricate stonework make it unforgettable. This is the St Pancras Renaissance Hotel, standing proudly beside St Pancras International Station. A masterpiece of Gothic revival architecture, it's one of London's most magnificent surprises. The Victorians built it to impress, to showcase the power and wealth of their railway empire. Even today, it stops people in their tracks. The hotel's dramatic spires and turrets reach for the sky, more cathedral than hotel. It's a bold contrast to the modern glass and steel of King's Cross. Walking towards its entrance feels like stepping back in time. You can almost hear the echo of horse-drawn carriages and see Victorian ladies and gentlemen sweeping through its doors. The St Pancras Renaissance is not just a relic, it's a bustling five-star hotel. People come from all over the world to stay, dine, and simply admire its beauty. It's a symbol of London's resilience and love for its own history. The building tells a story of decline and rebirth, of near disaster and glorious revival. It's a survivor, a portal to another world. Today it's a living landmark, a place where history and modern luxury meet. The St Pancras Renaissance Hotel is more than just a building, it's a story of glamour, history and romance. A feast for the eyes, a symbol of ambition. It's a beautiful relic from an age of steam trains and grand tours. The hotel stands as a testament to Victorian dreams. It's a fairy tale castle in the heart of a modern city, a place that makes you stop and stare in wonder. And its story is just beginning. The story begins in the 1860s, the golden age of railways. Railway companies competed to build the grandest stations and hotels. The Midland Railway Company wanted their new London station, St Pancras, to be the best. They needed a hotel to match, opulent, modern and impressive. A competition was held, and Sir George Gilbert Scott, famed for his love of Gothic style, won. His design was a fantasy of towers, spires and arches, bold and expensive. The chairman loved it, and construction began in 1868. Millions of red bricks, polished granite, and intricate stonework went into the build. The final cost was a staggering fortune for the time. When it opened in 1873 as the Midland Grand Hotel, it was an instant sensation. It boasted flushing toilets, hydraulic lifts, and concrete floors, cutting-edge luxuries. The Midland Grand became the first stop for wealthy travellers, hosting grand balls and society events. Its lavish interiors were filled with rich fabrics, gold leaf and hand-painted ceilings. To stay here was to experience the best of Victorian London. The hotel was a palace for the new age of steam and steel. It symbolised the power and ambition of the Industrial Revolution. The Midland Grand was more than a hotel, it was a statement, a testament to Victorian confidence and pride. It set a new standard for luxury and innovation. The dream of the Midland Railway was realised in brick and stone, and its legend was just beginning. By the mid-20th century, the Midland Grand had lost its shine. Its grand rooms were outdated and costly to maintain. The hotel closed in 1935, becoming railway offices, its beauty hidden behind partitions and fluorescent lights. In the 1960s, demolition loomed. The building was seen as a Victorian monstrosity, the wrecking ball was ready, and London nearly lost a treasure, but poet Sir John Betjeman saw its value. He adored St Pancras, calling it a work of genius. Betjeman led a passionate campaign to save it, writing, broadcasting and lobbying. He made people see the building with new eyes. His famous words, "too beautiful and too romantic to survive," highlighted its vulnerability. Betjeman's efforts paid off. In 1967, the hotel and station were granted Grade 1 listed status, protecting them from demolition. Sir John Betjeman had saved St Pancras. His love and advocacy rescued this fairy tale castle from destruction. The building's grandeur was recognised as a national treasure. Betjeman's campaign sparked a new appreciation for Victorian architecture. St Pancras became a symbol of the power of preservation. The story of its rescue is as dramatic as the building itself. Without Betjeman, London would have lost a masterpiece. His vision ensured St Pancras would endure for future generations. The poet's legacy lives on in every brick and spire. St Pancras stands today because one man believed in its beauty, a poetic rescue for a fairy tale castle. Step inside and you enter another world. The main lobby dazzles with vaulted ceilings, gold stars and deep blue backgrounds. Rich wallpaper, hand-carved wood and intricate ironwork fill every corner. Mosaic floors and custom-designed fittings showcase Victorian craftsmanship. The public rooms overflow with opulence, towering columns, murals and gold leaf. The original coffee room, now the Gilbert Scott restaurant, is a masterpiece. Even the corridors are grand, wide enough for ladies in crinolines to pass. Gothic arches and ornate lamps line the halls, evoking a royal palace. Every detail was designed to overwhelm with beauty. The hotel is a living gallery of Victorian art and design. Walking its halls feels like exploring a Gothic wonderland. Every turn reveals another surprise. At the heart of the hotel is its showstopper, the Grand Staircase. Sweeping upward in a dramatic double helix, it rises beneath a painted ceiling. Ornate ironwork, decorated with flowers and mythical beasts, frames the ascent. The staircase was designed for grand entrances, a stage for Victorian society. Wide stone steps and polished hardwood handrails exude grandeur. The balustrade, crafted by the Skidmore Company, is a swirling masterpiece. Light floods in from huge windows, illuminating murals above. Today, it's one of London's most photographed spots, featured in films and music videos. Climbing it feels like a special event, a walk through history. The Grand Staircase is the hotel's beating heart. It's a symbol of enduring glamour and romance, a true icon of Victorian ambition. The Golden Age faded as tastes changed and travel evolved. The hotel's ornate style became unfashionable, and its lack of ensuite bathrooms was a problem. By the 1930s, it was no longer profitable. In 1935, the Midland Grand closed its doors to guests. The Grand Rooms emptied, the music silenced. The building became railway offices, renamed St. Pancras Chambers. For 50 years, its beauty was hidden behind false ceilings and plain paint. The Grand Staircase became just a route to desks. The Fairytale castle was reduced to a dreary office block. Its soul was hidden, its splendor forgotten. From the outside, it remained magnificent. But inside it slept. The building entered a long, quiet slumber, a sad chapter in its remarkable story. St. Pancras survived demolition, but neglect threatened its future. By the 1980s, the building was empty, decaying, and on English Heritage's at-risk register. Rain leaked through the roof, pigeons flew through broken windows. The challenge, what to do with such a vast protected building? The turning point came in the 1990s with the arrival of the Channel Tunnel. London needed a grand terminal for Eurostar trains. St. Pancras was chosen. Suddenly, the old hotel had a new purpose, the gateway to Europe. Restoration plans took shape, aiming to revive both station and hotel. It would be one of Britain's biggest, most ambitious restoration projects. A partnership formed between London and Continental Railways and Marriott International. The dream, bring the Midland Grand back as a luxury hotel. The long sleep was ending. The process of waking the sleeping giant began. St. Pancras was poised for a new chapter. Its future was bright once more. Restoring St. Pancras was a monumental task. Over a decade, architects and craftspeople peeled back layers of neglect. They used old photos and original drawings to guide their work. Damaged brickwork was cleaned, interiors restored, and lost details recreated. Modern comforts, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, ensuite bathrooms were added with care. A new extension housed many bedrooms, preserving the historic layout. In 2011, the hotel reopened as the St. Pancras Renaissance. The event was celebrated by royalty and celebrities. London had saved and revived one of its greatest landmarks. The Fairytale castle was awake, more beautiful than ever. The restoration was a triumph of vision and craftsmanship. St. Pancras was once again a palace of dreams. Its soul had returned, ready for a new era. The Grand Reawakening was complete. Today, the St. Pancras Renaissance Hotel is a living landmark. Victorian grandeur meets modern luxury, history alive all around you. Guests sleep in rooms once occupied by Victorian industrialists. They dine in the magnificent restaurant, sip cocktails in the old ticket office. The hotel is a destination in its own right, drawing visitors from around the world. Guided tours, afternoon tea and weddings on the Grand Staircase bring its history to life. Its restoration is a symbol of heritage conservation done right. St. Pancras inspires other projects across the country. Its story is one of ambition, decline, rescue and rebirth. The building is a precious part of London's identity. More than just a hotel, it's a story, a fairy tale castle in a modern city. St. Pancras endures, capturing imaginations for generations to come, a monument to dreams, history and the power of preservation.